What's going on? What changes? Part 1. Between verticals and YOSHIs, or parents and their teenagers. Part 2. Between YOSHI laterals, between peers. Today I have a lot to talk to you about YOSHI. Really important stuff about what's happening to you in your relationships. Because there's a lot going on in you that is producing relationship changes. Now changes can be smooth or rough. By smooth, I mean happening smoothly and comfortably, not rocking the boat. Or happening uncomfortably, going through a series of rough patches. Let me ask you, do you drive a car?
I sure do when I can. I mean, yes, I can drive, but I don't have my own car, of course, to drive when I want to and where I want to. I drive when someone else lets me drive theirs. It's neat when they do.
Okay, well, you'll understand what I'm going to say. You had to learn to drive, how to take it through the change from being a parked car, safe, garaged or in the car, to going somewhere on the road. And of course, you have to learn rules for moving a car on the road so you don't crash into others. But first, you've got to get it moving. There are several changes to go through in order to get it up to driving speed. Those gear changes, when you have to move the clutch, the accelerator, and the gear lever all together, nice and smoothly. Down with the clutch, off with the gas, shift the gear lever, out with the clutch, down with the gas.
That's the part I like. On with the gas.
But the whole change has to be smooth, not rough and jerky. That's bad for the car and bad for the passengers. With practice, you get it real smooth. Good changes, good driver.
That's me, a smoothie.
Maybe that's what you're like in a car. But what about you in relationships? And changes that you have to go through in relationship. Because I remember you saying in the last session that you felt like the meat in a sandwich. That's a quote. I think you meant you were feeling the pressure of a few rough patches. You must be talking about some adjustment to adult relations while developing your peer friendships. And finding it tricky to keep it all going smoothly in both directions.
That's exactly it, man. It's happening because of those two kinds of relationships you taught me. Those verticals and laterals. That's a help to have gotten the difference clear. It gives me a couple of pegs on which to hang an understanding of the changes that are happening. Actually, 3 pegs, because 3 of us are changing. My verticals, my laterals, and me. I'm the one that has to be able to change by adapting to the changes in them so I can hold us together. Otherwise, I can see what's going to happen. We're all going to drift apart, losing each other because we lack an understanding of what's going on with each other.
Right. So how do you experience the pulling apart stress? How does it occur?
Well, I discover I'm very sensitive to being pressured from above, especially when it concerns how I'm going to handle my friends. You know, my peers. I'm pretty ready to jump to the conclusion that I'm being pushed around. I don't take kindly to heavy-handed demands, those demands that are based on authority, like, I'm your father, and don't you forget it. You've got to do what I say, and that's all there is to it.
Yes, that's conflicting with your drive to independence, making you unhappy with anyone in a boss role over you. When what you're really counting on is a relationship to support and help you. Now, where's that drive to independence coming from? And how should you understand it?
I wouldn't say I understand it, but I sure know how I feel about it.
But we've agreed that we are pushing ahead to gain an understanding of what's going on. Without understanding, how can you really handle it? Otherwise, you could blow your top and lash out and hurt somebody, yourself included. A series of bust-ups doesn't describe a smooth change, does it? So let's talk about it.
Yeah, bring it on.
There are changes going on in you which you can't stop, but they still need to be understood so that you can manage to make them happen in the right way. The people in your relationships also have to be able to accept and handle them and adjust to them. But your future as a person depends on how you come through those changes. So you have to handle them right. Most young people don't realize how much help their verticals can be in getting them through the changes, if only the respect for each other and the communication with each other keeps going. Don't shut the door on them. They can offer a lot of help.
We'd like to step in right here. As parents, we want to say that we welcome the chance to help our teenagers. If only they would show their trust and consult us more. Listening to what you've been explaining to Yoshi makes a lot of sense, and has helped me in understanding what's going on between me and my boy. Helping see it is that he was becoming pretty rebellious, which made me feel like clamping down on that seemed the answer to me. Instead of which, I should really be working to extend the quality of a relationship which we have developed in the years of their childhood. That's what's going to hold us together.
That sounds promising. If only more parents will be willing to look at it that way, so they don't lose each other. If they do it right, they can come through with a better relationship than they ever had before.
I'm a single mom bringing up two teenagers, and I'm hearing what you're saying. I know that as a solo, I've got extra work to do to earn the respect and trust that will hold us together as they go through their adolescent changes. But I really want them to keep sharing with me and not drifting off. Their relationship means too much to me.
They sound like pretty lucky dudes. Let's go to the blackboard. Question 1. What are some of the real experiences you have had of being sandwiched by adult pressure? Question 2. Have you been able to handle such experiences in a way that is building up a more supportive and understanding relationship provided by your adults? Question 3. What have you found to be your biggest hurdle to get over? Question 4. If you are managing the changes fairly well, what encouragement can you share with the members of your class who are still working at it? Question 5. Is your progress towards independence starting to go smoothly? Have you got good relationships with both directions?